If you're spending your hard-earned cash on the fashion items in this video, then you might want to stop. It's your money at the end of the day, but don't say I didn't warn you. In my opinion, the quality and the look that a nylon coach jacket gives off doesn't get better as the price goes up. So a £40 nylon coach jacket is going to look and feel the same as a nylon coach jacket you spent £400 upwards on. The only difference is the more expensive coach jacket's going to have a designer brand name printed on it, so it depends how important that is to you. If you want to go flex in a designer coach jacket, then you go flex, my friend. I'm not going to stop you, but I know people who spent a lot of money on coach jackets thinking they're going to get something better quality when they aren't. Sure, the hardware might be a little bit nicer and the lining inside, but it's not enough to justify spending a lot more on a coach jacket. Every vintage shop that I've ever been to has racks and racks of nylon coach jackets as well for about 20 quid, and the designs on those are far more unique and normally a lot better than anything you'll find brand new anyway. If you're someone who doesn't want to take their clothing to the dry cleaner every time it needs to be cleaned, then make sure you're checking the care instructions on the items that you're buying. All websites will tell you whether something's dry clean only or not, so if you want something you can just whack in the washing machine, then don't buy items that say dry clean only. If you do buy those items, you'll probably wear them less because you're worried about getting them dirty, or you will get them dirty and then you just won't take them to the dry cleaner for ages, so you won't be wearing them. I don't mind when it's on an item like a suit because I only wear a suit every now and then, but if it's a pair of trousers that I want to wear all the time, I don't want to be going to the dry cleaners all the time to clean it. It's also going to cost you money every time you go, and it all adds up. Now, don't get me wrong, I love a trench coat. I think they look great, but I don't wear them enough to justify spending a lot of money on them. I've got a couple in my wardrobe that I get to wear for a couple of weeks in the spring, and then apart from that, I don't really wear them for the rest of the year. They're not warm enough to wear in the winter, and they're too hot to wear in the summer, so your time with them is limited. At least it is here in the UK? Here in the UK anyway. I went a little bit West Country then. I did spend time in Bristol and Bath, so there you go. That's my little bit of time there shining through. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you should cheap out on these either, but some of them cost an absolute fortune, and I don't always find that the quality gets much better with these with the price. Now, I love a statement piece. They add some spicy deliciousness to any outfit, but you've got to be careful with them. Statement pieces are usually bold and they really stand out, so you tend to get bored of them more easily than your more neutral pieces. And if you do get bored of them and you want to sell them, then they can be harder to sell because they're not always to everyone's taste, so you can end up having them stuck in the back of your wardrobe for a long time. So before you go out there and splash your cash on that really wild print or that really loud piece, think to yourself, is this something I'm going to wear in the next year or two's time? And if not, is this an item that I can easily sell? It's not about avoiding statement pieces, it's about being smart with them and enjoying them, but having that safety net that you know you can make the majority of your money back if you get bored of it. Now, I think some of you are probably going to disagree with me on this one, but I do think sweatpants give off the same kind of look no matter how much you spend on them, with some exceptions. Sure, some of them are better quality than others, but there comes a point where the quality stops getting better and you're just paying for the brand name. Take this pair from Acne Studios, for example. Do I love them? Yes. And is the quality going to be good? Absolutely, but for £330, that's a lot of money for a pair of sweatpants like this. Then you've got brands like Celine, Loro Piana, and Brunello charging upwards of £1,000 for a pair of sweatpants, which is ridiculous. Most people wear sweatpants to lounge about the house in, to go to the gym in, or to pop to their local shop to get some milk that they forgot to get earlier in. So spending a lot of money on them seems like a waste of money. And in my opinion, the pairs from Abercrombie or Uniqlo or Weekday are going to be absolutely fine for most people. So save your money and buy some more affordable ones, in my opinion anyway. Now this t-shirt from Amiri, which cost over £600, kind of gave me the idea for this video. £600 for a graphic t-shirt is absolutely ridiculous. I bet you the brand are thinking it, but they also know that people will spend that kind of money on a t-shirt, so why wouldn't they do it? But there's absolutely nothing special about graphic t-shirts that cost a lot of money from designer brands. You're purely paying for the name and to be able to flex. And again, if you want to go flex, then you go flex, but I'll be sticking to my more affordable t-shirts, thank you very much. Expensive caps don't give off a more expensive look than more affordable caps, so if you spend a lot on them, you're just wasting money. And some brands are being completely out of order with their cap pricing, in my opinion, and it's always the same candidates. Acne Studios selling caps for over £200, Gucci for selling caps over £400, and this Tom Ford cap cost over £700. Sure, it's cashmere, but I'd expect it to massage my head, tell me everything's going to be okay if I ever start to panic, and at least have a propeller on the top for that kind of price. It's ridiculous. I don't think I'd ever spend over £100 on a cap unless it was something really special, but it would have to be special. And if you're spending over that kind of money on caps, then please let me know why. And what have you got? Am I guilty of spending more than I should on a basic white t-shirt? Yes, I am, but I panic every time I wear it. White tees get stained so easily and they show up the stains more than any other item in your wardrobe, so they're probably the most costly item per wear in your wardrobe because you always have to replace them. So if you don't want to cry every time spaghetti bolognese goes down your crisp white t-shirt, just get yourself something more affordable. And believe it or not, I actually stained the t-shirt that I'm wearing right now with the iron when I ironed it for this video. I obviously need to change the filter in the iron, but yeah, absolute nightmare. And thinking about it, maybe I should release a white t-shirt with spaghetti bolognese stains already down it, so anything you add to it after that just adds character. Maybe I'm onto something there. Now this is coming from someone who owns a few pairs of designer sneakers, because sometimes I just can't help myself, but I do think a lot of the time, a lot of them are a waste of money. Just take a look at the Prada Collapse sneakers and the Margiela Sprinter sneakers. Yes, they both look absolutely delicious and I'd love to have them, but £700 for a pair of sneakers that will eventually get ruined is a crazy amount. For one pair of Prada Collapse sneakers, you could buy yourself 9 pairs of Converse Chuck 70s, which are the best sneakers in the world. But you do you at the end of the day. If you love them and you can afford them, then go for it. But I won't be spending that kind of money on them anytime soon. And if I do, please do have a word with me. So if you didn't like an item of clothing before it started trending, then that's likely how you actually feel about that item. We can often get swayed by trends and end up thinking we like things that we don't actually like. We go and buy them and we never end up wearing them. I've done this so many times in the past and I still do it occasionally, although I am getting better at it. And guess what happens to those items 90% of the time? They sit in the back of the wardrobe collecting copious amounts of dust. If you want copious amounts of fun rather than dust, then watch one of these 2 videos. I think they're smashing. And talking about smashing, if you did enjoy this video, smash the like button, don't forget to smash subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next one. See you later.